What's going on, guys? This is Corey from DedSec Airsoft, and this is the DedSec Airsoft 2018 MULTICAM loadout. Let's get into it. So guys, I'm not going to lie, this is probably taking me about 20 minutes to a half an hour to try and prepare for, to get all my kit ready and try and root everything out, because I had just played this time last week, so I had everything packed away for my next gaming. So I didn't have everything out, so I had to go and try and get everything back out to get it ready for this video. So yeah, this is going to be my MULTICAM loadout, which should kind of get me through 2018. There probably will be a few small changes. I have recently just bought the new knee pads for the trousers. I've bought a much better rigger's belt. Just small little pieces that I may need. I have to also buy a microphone for this because it's broke, but just small pieces which I will get into in some time. So the kit I am going to show you now is the one I had been using for about, I could say, about a year. I'd say I was constantly upgrading it, and up until now this is what it's turned into. As you can see, I was using, probably if you can see, a different plate carrier. I didn't have the Mark 18, I was still using the Predator, which I will show you in a few minutes. So let's get into it. So I'm just going to drop the gun. I'm going to make sure I can explain my primary weapon before I move on to anything else. So yeah guys, I am still currently upgrading the Mark 18. I want to get a metal receiver for it, because the plastic one does kind of warp with the Daniel Defense rail, since that is metal and this is plastic. Pretty much it is still perfect. I just have to fix the pressure switch, as that broke in the last game. So yeah guys, I have showed you this before. As I said, I have the flip up darker sights. I have my EOTech pec box grip, detachable suppressor at the end. So yeah, this weapon system is pretty much perfect for me at the time. I have no battery in it at the moment because I have it in the other gun, which I will be showing you very soon. So I still have to tape up the inside of the mag because I do have problems. That is the only problem I will say I have with the Mark 18 and the Predator, or pretty much all of the G&G guns at the moment. The mag well doesn't hold the mags very well at all, so you have to kind of take them up to compensate for that. So guys, I'm going to show you now the new Predator, or the new sprayed Predator. So guys, this is it. As you probably have remembered from a couple of my gameplays, I used to run this as Hunter Green, but to be honest, it just wasn't as tactical as I would have liked. I really prefer this new tactical black it is. So yeah, this is definitely more black than the normal stock black Predator. As I said, I sprayed it just there probably 2 days ago, and if you haven't seen my Instagram, which I would highly recommend you follow, I have a picture up of this. So this didn't really take very long, just to buy some black standard spray paint from a hardware shop, and then just coated it probably about 4 or 5 times. That's why I have such a dark colour. So yeah, I have went through this gun before in my best beginner gun, in my opinion. To be honest, I would definitely recommend you do go for the black one. The green one just doesn't look great, as you probably have seen in my gameplays. I just, for the longest time, kept looking when you could see down my gun. It just wasn't very satisfying for me to see coming through a camera, so that's why I have sprayed it. So guys, I'm just going to drop this down and move on to my kit and get this helmet off me. So guys, as I said, I'm going to move from my head down to my feet. I currently don't have any boots on because I am inside and they are quite dirty. So yeah, we're just going to move on to my helmet. This is just a standard Emerson. It was a foliage green. If you probably have seen in some of my other gameplays, or you have seen it in pictures, this was just a standard kind of green helmet, which probably one of my first fast helmets I actually bought. So yeah, I had some spare tan spray paint from doing the snakeskin helmet. So I decided I just do it over one coat of sand, and then I used the brown of the snakeskin pattern on my other helmet, and then just moved it around and gave it a really kind of weathered, warm, kind of dark looks, which I really actually like. I have been running this from my last day's gaming and my upcoming day's gaming. This Saturday I will be running this helmet. To be honest, I much prefer this colour. It just seems more natural. The snakeskin is good, but I just like to use it every once in a while. I always like to swap out my kits and just swap around helmets or a piece of kit that I do own. It's nothing really too special about the helmet, guys. It has my brain exploder mount on the front. two American IR patches, a green and a blue flashing light for in nighttime games, which I can flash to say I am dead or alert my teammates, and then a dummy strobe light on the back. So I think this helmet looks pretty good. So we'll move on to other pieces of my kit. So as you probably have seen, I currently have on my TCA Peltor Complex tools. Really like these. These actually weren't originally mine. I bought them off one of my good friends, Connor Sheridan. I sold him my ones and he sold me these ones. So you could pretty much say it was kind of more of a swap. So yeah, much prefer these ones over the standard Contact 2 ones. These are more of a realistic. From what he's told me, these are real. I'm not going to say I don't believe them, but I'd be highly shocked if they are real. But they have the double input mark for you if you want to put your microphone on this side of the headset or this side. This works great for me as I'm a left-handed shooter. So when I have these on, I can put the microphone here because I usually have it here and it'd butt off the stock when I went to go aim down sights. So this really is good for me. So moving on to my iPro. My iPro is there we go, eye level Challenger shooting glasses. Really like these. They fit my face very comfortably. If you have seen in some of my other unboxing videos of like the shooter ones, the shooter unboxing, I had M-frame style glasses, but to be honest, I have bought cheap and I have bought twice. I've bought two pairs of the cheap kind of M-frame replicas and they just broke on me. They just got shot through them into the glass and then it would shatter into the middle, and where the band over the glasses met, it would just shatter, and then they just kept breaking. But I paid not a lot of money, but I paid just I think around €50 for these, and I've used them probably twice now and they have not failed me, so I really like them. So as I said, you can change out the lenses. I'm currently running the sunglasses ones. There's tinted red, tinted orange, tinted yellow, and then just clear. So yeah, really good pair of iPro. So guys, I have put back on the contacts and the shooting glasses to show you a different kind of headgear setup I would use in the day's gaming. This is my kind of cap look with the Battlefield 4 kind of engineer look. Just a standard G&G cap in tan. I always find that having a tan cap or a different kind of colour piece of kit on you really sets off from multicam or stuff like that. Like if I had just a standard like tan or green BDU on me as my top, it really sets off and really gives a cool kind of offset colour to your kit. So I always like running a different colour cap or headgear for my kit. So I'll move on, I'll show you my boonie look. So guys, this is another head setup I would use in day's gaming. This is just a standard multicam boonie I've had for some time. This is kind of my preferred look for Airsoft. I would really like to use this all the time, but currently I don't have a GoPro mount for a boonie. That is an investment I am looking to get into, and also a GoPro mount for my cap, because as you probably have noticed, if you are in the airsoft work, helmets can be quite warm and very rigid on your head. So I always like the idea of being able to just use something comfortable and soft on my head when I need to record, because once I take that helmet off in a day's gaming and I don't use it in a game, that means I can't record, and that's just quite a down look that I don't want to have in airsoft much more. So yeah, just standard multicam boonie, and yeah, we'll move on to my torso and the middle part of my kit. So guys, just moved in a bit closer so you can have a look at my plate carrier. This is a TMC 6094A. Not too different to my other one. Actually, it is the exact same. It is just my other one, the one I have been using for the past year or so, and a few months. That was ultimate plate carrier from Taiwan Gun. It wasn't a genuine multicam pattern. It wasn't the exact pattern colour as BDUs or the combats I do wear. But this is, as you can, I don't know if you can see, but it has multicam wrote across the molly. And if it has that wrote across the molly, that is almost like a trademark to say this is a genuine multicam pattern that has been one-to-one copied from Cry, who actually made the multicam pattern. So I'm just going to start from the top and move down. I have an American patch just here. To be honest, I don't like it. It is inverted. I would prefer if the stars were this way because it is actually the wrong way around, which I don't really like. I have my PTT here for when I connect my contacts or any piece of radio communication I need to use. I just connect it in here and press this, and I can talk to my teammates or people I am playing with. On the left side of it, I have a red Eli. This is just for if I'm in the dark or I'm in low light areas and I'm trying to make my way through, and I'm just saying, oh, dead man, dead man. A lot of people are very kind of, well, I know from SimTac, a lot of people are very trigger happy and they're quite on edge when they're going around the buildings. So if you have something flashing and they can see that shadow coming against the wall, they know the guy coming around the corner, which would be me, has something flashing, they know he's dead. But if you're coming around, oh, dead man, that could either be the fella that's dead or it could be some fella moving up on them. So that always helps, that if you're trying to get around when you're dead, really helps if you have something flashing that tells people you are dead. On the left side of just the lower part, I just leave my gloves on a D-ring just here. It just kind of helps just to have them here instead of putting them into a dump pouch. And just have them here, unclip, and then just put my gloves on. These are just mechanic dark earth, two-tone kind of black dark earth gloves, and nothing too really special about them. I just cut the top finger out so I can reach the trigger, because these are just one size bigger than my hands, and there was a lot of kind of excess on the index finger, so I couldn't really grip the trigger on my gun very well, so I just cut that one out. On the lower end, I carry 3 mags in a kangaroo pouch in my 609. Nothing too special about this, just pull mags out, oh there's a mag, and then you put it back in, oh there's another mag. Yeah, so I can't really explain something like that. So as I have said, this is a new play carrier. I haven't really done fine adjustments. This is probably the first time I have actually wore it and had all the kit on me and have, like, you know, my grenade and stuff like that in different pouches. So the weight is definitely pulled down, so I'm going to need to get someone to give me a hand to tailor this back out and make it comfortable. Because you probably have seen from the video that the kangaroo pouch is very low. So on the front I have medical scissors. There's not really too much of a purpose of why they're here. They're just there for looks. They're just very sharp, so if I need to cut something like Velcro or just masking tape, it just works very well, and yeah, there's not much to talk about. Also beside it I just have a cat tourniquet. Also this is just for looks, because to be honest I don't think we're going to need to cut circulation off to someone's arm or my own leg or my own arm in an airsoft game, so it's just pretty much there for looks. So just around my neck I have a standard chamois. It originally was darker to white and black, but it has been washed out and weathered over the probably 4 years I've been using this. This is how long I've had it. These just are great for I always keep my collar of my BDU up around me, but if you want to keep the collar down, this is great for keeping the heat into your neck and insulating around your head. So if you're quite cold, this heat around here just gets to your head, and it always is. If you keep your head warm, the rest of your body is warm, and if you're sweating, this really takes in all the sweat from your neck, and it just keeps you cool on hot days and keeps you hot on cold days. I never understood the concept, but it does work, because in colder days this will keep me quite warm. If I put my hands down here, there's a lot of heat here, and if I was outside and it was quite warm, I won't overheat, because it's just a weird concept, because it's quite a breathable material. On the right side of my 609 I'm carrying my Alphatech grenade, customized. You've probably seen in the last video I did, the 2017 multicam loadout, I had a green one, which was the first Alphatech in the country. I won it at a raffle in SimTac when they were first revealing them, and it was the first day they ever been used. So yeah, this is an upgraded one. Since the Alphatech, the company, actually shut down probably about, I'd say 2 years ago, I think so. 2-3 years ago they shut down, 6 months after the making of these. There's a lot of replicas of this type of grenade, so if you still want to get the 6-round 6mm 6-round grenade. You still can get them. You can get them in different parts of Ireland if you're looking for them. But I couldn't actually give back my own. My one was, the green one was originally a prototype, so I couldn't change out any of the parts when the company shut down. So one of my friends, Jonathan Leonard, who actually runs Simtac, gave me this one because I couldn't fix mine when at all. So he said, "Oh, here you go. You won this one." So this has pretty much been my grenade for the past year or so. I've been running this one since April 2017, so you can just say coming up on 9 months. So I have the grenade in a flash smoke pouch made by Emerson. Pretty much all the pouches that I am using, the tackle pouches, they are all Emerson and TMC, because I just find they're very cheap and they're very reliable. As I have said, I've been using this for pretty much a year and 2 months, and as you can see, there's pretty much no damage on them. So I used to run this grenade pouch on my leg. There's a weird way, I don't know, I can't really explain, but it's a way you can, when you're mollying something, if you put it through the first loop on the pouch, you can make it sit a bit higher on your belt or on the molly. I used to do that, and it used to sit here. If I moved, it would just keep bumping into my chest. If I had it too low, it would just rub against my leg, and it'd swing, and just the weight of the grenade, it just wasn't very well. So having it on the cover bun of my plate carrier, it really helps with just keeping it secure, and that never moves. The weight is quite heavy on this side, so that's why I'm planning to get a utility pouch on this side, so there's just a slight bit more weight to this side. Just behind that, I just have a standard tackle pouch. Nothing too really special about this. Tackle pouches are, in my opinion, the best kind of singular pouch you could get if you're looking to get a pouch for your rig or your belt system. So these come in pretty much, I'd say, every camo scheme. If you're looking just for standard colours like dark earth, black, foliage green, ranger green, they come in all of them, and then they come in all camo schemes like AWAR 1, AWAR 2, MULTICAM, pretty much everything MULTICAM Ireland. There's no limitations to what you want to get these in. They just have the singular kind of retention system, which you can tighten and loosen for different size mags. There is no like M4 style tackle pouch. You pretty much just loosen out the retention, and you can, I'd say you could fit like the thickest kind of mag for an AEG or a primary weapon into this. So I'm not going to take the mag out because it's quite hard to get back in. I sometimes have to get someone to help me get that back in. But it's in quite a nice position. I can just pull out and go straight into my primary. So that's pretty much it for this side. If you want it, just have a look there. I have my radio just running out to the back. Nothing really too special. It's a Bowfang UV5R. In my opinion, the best kind of cheap radio. You can get them in Hobby Airsoft, MIA. I think nearly a majority of the big kind of airsoft shops in Ireland sell them. They're around €50 to 65. I'm not too sure. I think I got mine for 45. I got them when they were only originally being sold in shops in about 2 years ago. You used to have to try buy them off eBay from America and different sites, but now they've started to buy them into shops, and they just sell like wildfire. Like they could come into a shop and they'd be gone in a week because just everyone loves them. They're really easy to program. You can just program in any kind of frequency that is legal. I don't think you actually can get into any illegal kind of police radio stations. So they are quite legal, and you don't need to have any license like other countries in Ireland. So I think that's pretty much for my the front and the sides of my 609. So I'm just going to turn around and kind of just face the wall and talk to you and just tell you what's on my back. So I'll show you that now. I have to just check to see if I was in frame. So you can just see here, this is a standard Emerson Gear modular assault pack or map pack. I used to run a hydration bladder in this. I find the hydration bladder, you don't really get through the 3 litres of water through a tube. Not that it's hard to drink out. I just find that I don't really drink out of the tube that much. I just much prefer just to have a little bottle of water in the back of my trouser leg, in the bigger kind of pocket of my PDUs. Just have a bottle of water and then just drink out of that instead of drinking out of the hydration bladder. You just never get to it and you never finish it, and it just really stinks up the bladder. I do use it at bigger games in a backpack where you're constantly wearing it, but for having it on the back of the plate carrier, it just is too heavy, it just doesn't work. So you can see I have my last name on the back, which says O'Kelly. My full name is Corey O'Kelly, if you're ever wondering. I have no problem people add me on Facebook. I don't think I'm that famous yet, so I am not going to be annoyed by that at all if anyone sends me a friend request. I used to run, or I'm trying to get another set of American patches in IR, and there's going to be another American patch underneath that, similar to the one that's on my helmet, so that's just another little part to the map pack. On the left side, this is just a dummy antenna. I plan to actually buy a real functional one off some guy I know in England. I think he's made a small little business for himself, and he just makes a little kind of reroute kit from the real antennas you put into your plate carrier, you shove it in like I have it, but then there's an extra wire like coming out of the bottom of it, and you just reroute it into your radio, and the frequency you get off, like he had a video where he showed that using this, I think he said 20 kilometers more of a range. He had a radio station that was playing music on the normal kind of antenna for his bowfang and was all muffled, and he had this and it sounded like he was running like a radio station. It was just phenomenal. So yeah, there's nothing really too else on the back of this. Normally I'll carry a Thunderbee in the back of the map pack, or just small supplies for people that are playing with me. I'll more likely keep mags, different kind of, at Milsons I'll keep intel, bigger kind of props in the back of this. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So I just turn around, guys, again, and we'll get into other parts of my kit. So guys, just have to drop the camera down so you get a better look at my belt line. This is just my Elite Force 1911 tack. Coming up to using this about 2 years. To be honest, I'm so sad that they've actually dropped these from MIA. They're not selling them, I believe, anymore. But I've had this for 2 years. Coming up to March, I could say 2 years. And the only thing I've ever had to do with this is replace the parts, because this thing just keeps going and going. It doesn't give itself a break. I have never had any problems with this in 2 years, apart from if I have said that I've had to replace the slide rack and the safety, because it's just been used so much and the gun just doesn't stop pretty much. So really good gun. If you are in the States or somewhere where you can buy this, I would highly recommend you pick this up. It's just such a good gun and such a good little sidearm that the kick is just phenomenal on it as well. I've never used a pistol that actually gives like proper recoil off it. Other pistols you shoot it and it just kind of knocks your hand back. This thing just knocks your hand back. You have to kind of prepare yourself before you shoot it. So I'm just going to drop that back in, and we're just going to move to the side of my belt line. I'm now just having a second mag on the side with pistol mag shot in my tackle pouch as well, so I can hold a primary mag and my pistol mag in here if I needed to. I only have one pistol mag, so if my pistol mag is anywhere, it's going to be my pistol. So this part isn't very functional for me at the moment. Just going to go over the belt as well. This is just a standard rigorous belt from MIA. I'm planning on getting a buckle one that has like the prong buckle that clips in. It's just a lot better. This one is more of a Velcro where you have to pull the friction through, and I find it's very hard to get on because I kind of have to step into the belt, pull it up, and then try tighten it around to get it really tight in me. Just a lot of work, and it takes a lot of pulling to get it to work. On the back, this is just a standard Emerson Gear dump pouch. The only function this really has is for just dropping empty mags in and taking them back out. I have currently just ordered a new dump pouch which rolls up, which should be a lot more functional for when I don't need it. I can just keep it out of the way so it's not dangling off my leg. And it's going to be a lot shorter, so it'll probably be up to here, I'd say. so it won't have that much of the flap on the end of it. Just to give you a quick update of what I have ordered that dump pouch. I've ordered, as I said, IR American patches. I've ordered just a few little pieces, as I said also as well. The knee pads, just small little few things that I just wanted to upgrade and then just have with me. My BDUs is Emerson Gear Gen 3, I believe. They're just pretty good. These aren't actually mine, I will say. These were also my friend Connor Sheridan's. They don't really fit me great. They're quite big, but I have used one of the Velcro bands that was on my old plate carrier and then just looped it the whole way through and used that almost as a flat kind of belt on my kit, which is just really well. It doesn't rub against the rigger belt at all, and to be honest, I don't even think you could even notice. If I hadn't said that, you wouldn't have really seen that there actually is a Velcro belt underneath it. The Airflux knee pads, and that's pretty much it. I normally will run, apart from the knee pads, that's really it from the BDUs and the kit. So I'm just going to move the camera up so I can talk to you guys, and then we'll just finish this up. So guys, this isn't really relevant much anymore. Coming out of the winter months, this wouldn't really be my kit, but for the colder weather, I will use just my standard North Face jacket. As I said, if it is cold and in the winter months, I'll just swap out my BDU and then just put skins, a t-shirt and this on with my plate carrier, and it just keeps me a lot more warm, along with my head wrap. This is just a standard, don't actually know what kind of brand of head wrap this is. It's just, you can just cover up your teeth, and it is just a really kind of soft and just really warm thing to have on your head when it's really cold, and it really kind of cuts the wind off your face, and it doesn't, as I said, allow the wind to cut your face. So I'd say that's really it for my kit. If you have enjoyed, please like, comment and tell me what you think was the best part of the video or what I could change. Kind of review videos of my kit isn't the best kind of videos I'm great at doing, because I'm trying to remember everything, trying to remember all the names and the stuff, and my brain works that I'm thinking of the next thing. Right now I'm thinking of what I'm going to say to the end of the video. So my brain's always working much faster than I'm actually talking. So I'm trying to remember everything, and I'm just thinking, I'm forgetting what I'm trying to say. So these kind of videos are quite stressful, but I think I've done a great job of it. As I have said, so I'm just looking over here, we'll be doing a video on the Mark 18 in some time. As I said, I will be most likely changing this out to a metal receiver. I will be getting the E-mags with the black E-mags with the gold down the middle, because they sit so much better into the Mark 18 and the Predator. So guys, get ready to see the Mark 18 video coming in the next few months. So guys, get ready to see the Predator in this week's gameplay video. It has had its rest for the past 6 months, but I am definitely, since it is in Operator Black, I'll be definitely using this a lot more. So guys, really hope you enjoyed the video. As I said, please comment or like or tell me anything you liked about the video or I could change. But this has been Corey from DedSec Airsoft, and I'll see you next time.
DedSec will give you the trick. Do what you know.